I bet you guys really thought you was gonna catch me in my do-rag today, didn't you? I know a lot of you who actually watch my Instagram stories or watch my Snapchat stories or whatnot, or even if you looked at the previous two YouTube videos, you see me in a do-rag. But you're not getting it today. I mean, it's right here, but I show you guys something different, man. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy James, aka Samaj the Guy, man. And today we're gonna talk about me a little bit more personally or whatnot. And seeing by the title of the video, man, you're gonna understand a little bit more. So, when did I become a motivational / positive person? And just another side note, if you want to know why I keep using my hands in the way that I do or why I move around, kind of in the mannerisms that I have, it's something I've always done since I was little. Kind of don't really know why I do what I do, but it helps me talk better in a certain sense, man. But back on track. So like for me, since I was a little kid, honestly, like I was just always care for people. Like I've always wanted to try to be a light in somebody's day, try to make somebody smile or do something that I know will actually improve their life, even though I don't even know what it is that they're going through or like the different situations that they have going on. It's just me naturally wanting to be there for people. I know it's kind of evolved over the years for me doing different things with volunteering or whatnot, stuff that I need to do more honestly, and then just trying to give advice to people whenever they're feeling down, trying to be uplifting to people, always trying to encourage any and everybody that I come in contact with, even just random people during certain things that I've been doing with like auditions for like choir stuff or band, different little things for like I guess like a talent show or whatever. We're not gonna talk about that one though, but different things and the cultures and that I've been in and like the different environments and whatnot, just always trying to be there for people and things of that nature, man. So it's something that's kind of like evolved over time, and I'm still evolving with the time and how I feel about that right now. Cause I mean, for me honestly, it's like you want to help people so much, and I've gotten in this kind of default mode for caring about everybody else and doing everything for everybody else or whatnot, and not really focusing on myself. So I'm trying to balance that out right now and trying to get to a point where I know I'm doing good for me, so where I know I can give my maximum effort out to people when I know that I have the time and when I'm willing to give that effort out to people as well, man. Now for the motivational / like positive part, honestly high school was that point for me where I kind of fell into that role. Honestly, like I was really kind of building that up kind of just on my Snapchats and the things I would do then when I first got a Snapchat or whatever. Like I wasn't all into just sharing whatever or like filming, not necessarily filming, but you know, camera phone, whatever, man. But doing just little things or whatever just to get notoriety or whatnot, something that I always felt like I could easily do for myself was just putting on like a good little message for the day and things of that nature, typing out something, sharing my thoughts on like my notes on my phone and posting it, man. And high school, dealing with band too, I got a lot of exposure to different types of moment or whatnot, and trying to be motivational to people. And then just like every day going around school or whatnot, I always tried to smile. A lot of people always would comment on my smile and ask me why I'm smiling all the time and things of that nature, man. But it's just something that was kind of I ingrained in myself per se. And like that's why I know one thing is a lot of people call me out for, like know me by, is like my smile or whatnot. But going through high school, every year was different obviously for anybody. Well, it may not be the same for everybody, but for my 4 years of high school it was different. Freshman year I was kind of to myself or whatnot, really trying to catch my groove and things of that nature. Sophomore year I was able to build myself up a little bit more. That's kind of where I evolved into this mindset of becoming more positive about everything that I was doing in my life and trying to be intentional with it as well. Junior year was like definitely a stepping stone. I got to the places that I wanted to get to. I didn't accomplish everything that I know I wanted to set out for that year, but I started to be more motivational and things like that nature, and started posting more motivational Snapchats as well. And that's when I started to get a lot of comments from my friends, even though some of them was probably half-hearted, but a lot of them was talking about how you should do more of that on like YouTube or whatever then, because that's kind of when I started my ideas about being on YouTube or whatnot. But I never really got into it because I always just had something going on to where I feel like I wasn't ready for it or something like that. I don't know why, but and then I actually made like a commitment to like actually doing motivational videos and stuff, and I told people one of the things I was going to do in my life is be a motivational speaker. Honestly, at this point in time, I don't want to limit myself to something like that. Learning something from watching Gary Vee, I don't want to put myself in that box, you know. I don't want to just limit myself to only being a motivational speaker. I want to be more than that, but I want to have speaking as part of like one of my titles or platforms, you know, just be able to give back to people and share with the rest of the world, man. So senior year was like really big as well. I finally able to get to like RHS singer, something big for me in the choir world. In my mind at that time, a lot of different things was going on. It was just a lot of stuff that I was able to see, and then going to colleges and figuring out that whole process, and you know, getting denied by my 2 top schools. I had to learn how to motivate myself more to appreciate what it is that I had in front of me and what it is that I was going to be able to accomplish anyway going to Mississippi State University. So those are just like the different moments for me and how high school advanced my idea and ideology into becoming more of a motivational / positive person. So kind of like a push to where I wanted to be more of a motivational speaker myself. It really started with me watching motivational speakers on YouTube, honestly. I'm not going to throw out a whole bunch of different names because I don't want to forget anybody that I've done, even though it's not really that big of a deal because none of them might not even see this right now, but it is for me and how I live my life and things of that nature, man. But I know watching those guys and those women, it really just showed me something where I know that if I was able to just be myself and try to dig deep and unlock different parts of myself to be able to share with other people, then I know that I'll actually be doing something good in the world, man. So that's kind of where I really started to get my idea for wanting to be a motivational speaker. And since then, I've kind of still stayed on that track. I actually don't watch many motivational videos at all now. That's kind of funny, or in kind of way for me, because I know a lot of people, they probably start out and then they keep going, you know. I just never really got into the idea of like following those people from back then or things of that nature. But I'm always watching different things, always looking for new content or whatnot. I've stayed true to being on TED and their TED Talks and things of that nature, and TED Talks as well. I started that in high school, and that just motivated me more to want to be a speaker in general itself, man. So like I said earlier, me being a motivational speaker isn't something that I want to box myself into, but it's something that I definitely want to get to, and I definitely will be doing a little bit of that, honestly, with some of my videos. So I hope you guys just watch out for those, man. Another thing that really kind of sparked my idea and interest into doing those things was me wanting to be an athlete, honestly. I ran track while in high school. I didn't do what it is that I set out to do, but I was able to still enjoy my time in the sport and do just different things, you know, and make a few connections here and there, man. But for me, I always had dreams and envisioned myself of being like a high-end athlete, one of the top-end guys, and making it to like the professional level and things of that nature. So it honestly started with me watching different in-game speeches or whatnot, and finals and championship game speeches or whatever, and just really ingraining that idea of that I can do that too. I can literally be those exact same type of players, those exact same type of athletes, and be able to deliver those late game, late moment speeches to my team and really try to galvanize the troops or things or whatnot. And so honestly, it's kind of like anything that I see now, even though I'm not really an athlete anymore, it just gives me those competitive juices to come back and really want to do more of that. But I know it doesn't really mean the same now in this sense, because I'm not an athlete anymore and I'm not striving to be at the top of my game and things of that nature. But that's where I started in another part of my chapter to try to be a motivational speaker and things and whatnot. As a substitute for that though, what I did have was band and choir. And even though I said I was in track, like I said, I didn't get to the point where I wanted to be, so I didn't really get a chance to do much of that there. But for a band, no, I had a few moments where I was able to like really try to be positive about everything and really try to uplift the guys and the people around me and try to help everybody get into a more positive mindset about whatever we did at competition and whatever we did at our football game, halftime performances and things of that nature. And with choir as well, it was always those certain moments where somebody need to like step up in the choir room and whatnot, or after our rehearsals that we did have before our competitions or before like a concert or whatever, and just try to help everybody feel better about themselves and the progress and the work that we have been putting in to get to where it is that we wanted to go. And so I had a lot of time to do that, had various exposure moments to do that as well, and then watch other people do it and see how everybody reacted as well, man. So it's not like I was able to jump in my freshman year, especially not required, because I didn't do choir my freshman year. And my friends who know that from high school and whatnot still kind of get on me about that. But when I got in my sophomore year, you know, kind of same thing applies. Like I said, I can't just jump in, you know, kind of do something. I was always one to sit back and watch how everybody else does it, gravitate and feel the energy of everything going on, and then try to evolve with myself as I rose up through the ranks kind of, and then through my classifications as well, to do those different types of things, man. And that's how I kind of get to look out and do those and be kind of known for that a little bit, and band and choir. Being on camera, or like being behind the camera, or I guess say right now be in front of the camera, but it's always been something easy for me in my life. I've always been labeled as being photogenic or things or whatnot, man, but it also translated into just the little things when it comes down to just like regular life stuff or things or whatnot. So going into that, being on Snapchat, when I started off, it was kind of like a feel thing. I kind of had to feel my way through it. It's not to say that I've gotten big on Snapchat or anything like that, but I had to feel my way through it or whatnot, and like showing more and more of my personality on Snapchat was just easy for me. Honestly, because I didn't feel like I had to show something extra or whatnot, or show something that I knew I was not. And so for me, being on Snapchat and doing those motivational things or whatnot, and trying to be inspirational to people, was just plain out easy to me. And it's something that I've been striving to try to do more and more now, but it's kind of mixed up with everything else that I've got going on in my life. And then at the same time, I've been trying to do so much other stuff, and then I have my Make It Happen Mondays and Feel Good Fridays. So those are kind of my main two monumental moments where I try to be motivational, try to be inspiring, or just try to uplift somebody and whatever it is that they're going through for that day or that week, or whatever they just went through for that weekend or whatnot, man. So still doing that on Snapchat is something big for me, and I do it on Instagram as well. But for me, it's just about trying to not only show that I'm like a social media type of cat, but I can do it in real life as well. So that's really what I'm trying to do with YouTube right now, even though it's a slick social media, but advance those moments and those times and showing my personality and actually gaining more and more listeners, I have to say, to be able to give value back to the community, man. And I know that I said earlier about the thing with not trying to put myself in a box or things or whatnot, but I have decided to like dedicate part of my life and part of my career to actually going out and being a speaker to others and things of that nature, man. So that's honestly kind of why I'm using YouTube, because I feel like that's an easy start, something that I feel like I actually have time for, dedicate towards to the people who's just going to gravitate towards it, and who's going to find that content the best useful for themselves, man. So honestly, it's still happening. And like I said, with my Make It Happen Mondays and Feel Good Fridays, those are two key things as well. I'm just hoping to eventually get people to actually like follow and get on the train, and then do those big things, man, and just start sharing different moments of your life, and start doing the things that you know you want to do and feel good about it as well, and try to make somebody else around you and help uplift the community, man. So always doing it with a smile on your face and having a positive attitude are always the main things you're going to catch out of me, no matter what platform, no matter whether in person or online. It's just something that's always going to happen, baby. Thank you guys for watching another video on my channel, man. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Like this video, comment. I always love comments, man. I don't really get a lot of comments just from like regular stuff that I post or whatever. So I'm hoping that YouTube is different, and I start, once I start getting a little bit of a following, start getting a lot of comments or things or whatnot, because I just like interacting with people. But comment anyway, because I always want to hear what you guys have to say, and just start to learn more and more about different things that I know that I need to be doing in my life, or trying to help with other people in their life, man. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this. Keep doing y'all thing. Put a smile on your face, baby. Let's go get it.